Hi, and welcome to the second in a series of training videos dedicated to launching your entrepreneurial success. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video that I released last week and you've had a chance to go through it. It was long, but it contains a lot of very important and vital information. My name is Judy van Niekerk, and I am a best-selling author of Against the Grain with Brian Tracy, as well as founder of the Sacred Leadership Institute, Startup South Africa, and Charge Your Challenges. Now, today, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on your purpose. Now that I hope by now that you have actually completed the exercise from last week in unlocking and on finding what your values are, what it is that keeps you inspired, what is it that gets you out of bed in the morning and full of life and energy and fire to get on with the day, to get on with making money, with your vocation, with your career, with your job, or with the business that you would love to start. And today we will dedicate today's video on the concept of your purpose. Now, in my books, we are here born today in this life with two purposes. One is an inner purpose and the other is an outer purpose. It's a little bit like the work I do around unlock your inner technology. The inner purpose we all have is to self-actualize, is to self-realize, to transcend, not just be inspired, not just transform, but to transcend to a higher level of awareness and understanding and just of being. And we do that through absolutely loving ourselves unconditionally, being of service in the world, as well as charging our challenges, learning what it is we are meant to learn from the experiences that we have, whether they are challenges, whether they are difficult experiences, whatever they are, it doesn't matter. It is about learning from those experiences and what is it that we are being taught by the universe. And when you do that, you grow and you're on a journey to self-actualization. Now, the outer purpose that we have is the work that we do. What is it that we were born to do, to physically do every day? And that work we were born to do every day helps us on our journey to self-actualization. That is the important link. That it is not just about having a purpose that we do and for reward in order for us to have or be or do certain things. It is about how it sits with us inside and how it makes us transform ourselves, how it lifts us in our life, how it transforms our lives for ourselves and for those around us. Now, the concept of having a purpose in life goes right back to ancient Greek times. They actually called it telos, your chief aim in life. And whatever that chief aim in life outwardly is, it will, and if you pinpoint it and you live that life 100%, you will by default be on a journey to self-actualization. So what I'm going to do today is going to be a much shorter exercise, but it is going to be focused and dedicated to finding what your outward purpose is. What is it that you are here to do on this planet? What was the work that you were born to do? What is the career you were born to do? What was the business you were born to create? So that is the work we're going to do today. So again, pause the video, grab paper and pen, and then get on with the exercise. You will be amazed at what comes out at the other end as to what it is you were meant to do. For me, when I did this exercise, I realized that what I'm meant to do was to train and empower entrepreneurs like you to create your business. And that is what I love to do. I love to nurture, I love to train, I love to empower, specifically entrepreneurs, because they are dedicated to uplifting themselves, their families, and also the communities. And it is entrepreneurs in our society that solve issues and challenges that we have globally. So that was my realization. And when I look back at all my jobs that I've had throughout my career and all the projects I got involved with, they all led me all led me to this realization because they all had that similar element, that similar thread, and nothing inspired me as much as when I was focusing on doing that. So today, this is what I do all the time. It's what I dedicate 100% of my time to doing. And when you unlock or find what that outer purpose is, then what we could do is we can see, well, how do we monetize that? How do we create a business out of that? How do we create a career out of that? So as a start, let's get on with the exercise and see what comes out the other end. And I think you will be surprised, amazed, and I hope inspired. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so welcome back. We will now go through an exercise with a series of questions that are specifically designed to bring to the fore your own unique outer purpose in life. Now, your purpose in life, or as the Greeks would call it, your telos, which means your chief aim, is unique to you. Each one of us is born with a unique outer purpose that assists us on the path to transcending the limitations of our mind and becoming self-realized. When you live your life on purpose, you are more fulfilled and experience so much joy and inner peace. You will take challenges in your stride and not be overwhelmed by them, as you intuitively know that it is part of the bigger picture of your life. Now, these challenges will not knock you off course when you are on purpose, and you will remain steadfast with the end in mind, confident and certain with your destiny. Your purpose will serve you and those around you as much as it serves humanity, no matter what that purpose is. It does not need to be some grand or gloriously romantic or even high-profile purpose like that of Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. It can be a low-profile but yet powerful purpose. You may remember Rose Kennedy. She is well known to have said many times that her purpose in life was to rear a family of world leaders. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, she certainly did that with John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, and so on. Now, your purpose is your gift, your unique gift to this world. And living your purpose, you will live your legacy and you will leave your legacy. Living your life on purpose, you will live energetically and vibrating congruently on all levels of consciousness in a way that it also energetically matches the vibrations with our universe. And the universe will then support you by meeting you vibrationally in all your endeavors as you live in alignment with your true inner self, unlocking your inner technology to magnificently create your fulfilled life and touch the lives of those around you. Now, we all have a desire to do that. We all want to have our own lives fulfilled, and we all have a desire to fulfill the lives of those around us, of those that we love, and to have an impact, to make a difference. Now, your purpose and your chief aim in life, it is essentially your destination, and you will work towards that every moment of every day, and that journey towards your purpose and is your journey to opening your mind. You become inspired, you will live with love, harmony, and gratitude in your heart, and you then transcend the ego. And as I said before, the limitations of your mind, as you allow your heart intelligence to guide you intuitively. And in this state of living, you become self-realized, enlightened, and a human being of such deep compassion. And that is the ultimate purpose that we have in this life. It is not about making tons of money. It's not about having lots of friends. It's not about traveling. It's not about having the latest gadgets and technologies. It is about living a life, what I call our outer technology, that supports our ultimate goal of self-realization, our inner technology, that will take us to a higher level beyond the limitations of our mind, of our ego. We're living soulful lives intuitively and in touch with our heart's intelligence, where we become self-realized and enlightened, and in that way we make one powerful legacy for our lives, and a legacy we leave behind is astronomical. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through a few questions where we'll bring to the fore what your unique outer purpose is that will serve you in achieving your ultimate goal of transforming and transcending your life to self-realization. So what I would suggest you take a few minutes, take some time, turn off emails, mobile phones, and any other technology that may disturb you. And what I would love you to do is to sit and take some deep breaths. Sit upright, roll your head around, stretch your back. Just let go of all the stress and all the tension. Take some very deep breaths and just breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe out, feel all the stress leaving your body. Imagine that all the issues and challenges and obstacles that you feel are blocking your life are just flowing out with your breath. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in energy, universal energy to support your heart's energy. And consciously connect now with your heart and be guided by your heart as you answer these questions. Now, it will be enormously beneficial if you've also completed the authentic self-value structure exercise that I explained in my previous training video. Because knowing your value structure will make discovering and acknowledging your outer purpose so much more easy, as they are clues to your unique purpose. Whatever element in life that you are most connected to in your values will be the area of life that your purpose will revolve around. So that's an important element, and you will be clear on that when you do the authentic self-value structure exercise. So if you've not done that, then click on the link below that says the first training video and complete that exercise, and then you can continue with this. So now take 15 minutes and meditate, connecting with your inner voice, and in the process, start acknowledging everything that you've got to be grateful for in your life. Ask your inner voice to guide you through this. Ask your heart to guide you through this exercise. Think of everything you've got to be grateful for in your life, in the past and in the current, for the people in your life, for the experiences. How have they served you? What have the benefits been? Until you feel your heart literally opening, filled with love and gratitude. You will know deep within your heart what your purpose is, because life is giving you clues all the time. And you will see patterns and experience similar moments of inspiration that will give you the clues of what fills your heart with love and joy throughout your life. So as you look back over your life, what I would love you to do now is to write down the 3 most inspiring moments of your life so far. Go back as far as you can, whatever it is. What are the 3 most inspiring moments of your life so far? For me, one of the most inspiring moments was when I was talking to a group of women in the DRC in Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I was talking business. I was talking about women in business. And for me, I had I was there. I had the ability to speak about business. I had a lot of experience in business, a lot of experience as a woman in business. But I had no idea the impact that it was having to this group of women that I was speaking to. Because the feedback I got was phenomenal, and it just brought tears to my eyes. And that for me was one of the most inspiring moments of my life, because I just knew that I had a gift, I had a talent, and I had a desire to help people. And there were people who needed to hear what I had to say. And I could help people transform their lives, inspire them and transform their lives, and help them transcend their lives into something magnificent. So what have the three most inspiring moments of your life been so far? Then why have they been inspiring? What is it that made them inspiring for you? And how are they related to your highest value or your telos, your chief aim in life? For me, that moment, that speaking to that group of women in the DRC, for me that was related to my values, my highest values, because my highest value is empowering people. And I was empowering these women in entrepreneurship in an enormously impoverished country. And what is the common thread between these moments? What have they got in common? So each of the three moments that you found most inspiring, why were they most inspiring? And how did they relate to your highest values? So what is the common thread between them? What is common between the three of them? For me, each of my inspiring moments, empowering people, was the common thread, was the link they all had. And which of the 7 areas or the 7 elements of life did they show up in? Now you will remember that we'd covered this in the first video about the 7 areas of life. We've got family and relationships, vocation and career, financial and wealth, physical and well-being, education and self-development, spiritual and curiosity, culture and community. They are pretty much the 7 areas that make up all of our life. And different elements of those 7 will be more important to different people. Even within the same family, you will have people who will have, say, for example, vocation and career and physical and well-being as like the top for them, and their partner might well be financial and wealth and family and relationships. It's different for everybody, and sometimes it's just one, sometimes it's a mix of different elements. But normally there's 1 or 2 dominant areas that is most important to you. Again, for me, it's vocation and career. So be clear about what area of life is most important to you, and do any of the inspiring moments, do they relate to any particular one of those 7 areas in your life? Then next, what I want you to do is, what is the common thread between each and every job you've ever had? So again, look back across all the jobs that you've had, even though the jobs may have been enormously different. What is the single element of this that is a golden thread that ties it all together? I mean, there was one time I was making sandwiches for people. Another job I had, another business I started was called Dial a Teddy. I used to deliver soft toys and balloons and gifts to people. And another business, well, what I do now is I train entrepreneurs to exponentially grow their income, their life, and their success. The common thread there was caring, nurturing, and empowering people. That was my common thread. So the jobs are vastly different, but there is a common thread that works for me. So what is that for you? And again, it fits in with the area and element in life that is most important to me, which is vocation and career. So what is it for you? What is the golden thread, the commonality between every single job that you have had? And then next, who are or were your mentors throughout your life? They could be fictional, and who are they from? Who was your first mentor? Go back to when you were 3, 4, 5 years old, as far back as you can remember. They may well have been fictional, or they may well have been somebody real. May well be somebody who's living, or somebody who's long since passed. Who are your mentors in your life? Certainly, Einstein for me is a mentor, and and today Sir Richard Branson is a mentor for me. And so, who are your mentors throughout your life? Who are they, and what is the common thread between these people? What is it? What is the common thread between them? Like the two that I've mentioned, Einstein and Sir Richard Branson, the common thread for there would be, in my view, would be that they were enormously um, dedicated to their outer purpose. And in that process, you can see how they have self-realized. I mean, today, Richard Branson, despite having hundreds of businesses, he spends so much of his life philanthropically assisting entrepreneurs and children and people around the world. He's one of the elders, makes up one of the elders, and is an enormously philanthropic soul, and is certainly using his outer purpose to self-realize, as did Einstein. And the other thing that they have common between them is that they do things their way. They don't fit the mold, they don't fit in a box, they've just done things their way, and not what society would expect. And that's something that connects powerfully for me. So what is it for you? Because I love it. I need to know that I can do things my way. I do not have to conform. I hate conforming, and that's another thing that these two mentors throughout my life are. They're not conformists. So what is the common thread between the people that have been, or icons, or even fictional characters that have been your mentors throughout your life? And then, from the information that you've now answered from your heart, you will now ask yourself and bring forward, what is your purpose in life? Trust your first answer. Your intuition will let you know. You have consciously brought forward all the patterns and the consistent moments of inspiration in your life so far in answering all the questions. Now acknowledge the exact form that your unique purpose is in asking yourself, what is your unique purpose in life? Your outer purpose. What is it that answers all of those, after answering all of those questions, what comes to mind? What gives you that fulfilled feeling, that feeling of, wow, inspired, that state of inspiration that makes your hair stands up, that gives you goosebumps? What is it? It just trust the answer that comes to your mind and just write it down. Just whatever comes out, just let it flow. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a career. It doesn't have to be anything in it as a job. It doesn't have to be anything that you can even imagine monetizing. Just write it down. And then when you've done that, ask yourself, why is it meaningful to you? What is it that you have just written down, and why is this meaningful to you? Then I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, what do you perceive as holding you back from living your purpose, living your outer purpose, and achieving your outer purpose right now? Because one of the things that would have come to your mind may not even be in your life right now. But that's okay. That's all right. You're on this right. This is the first step to creating that. Because your life will have been giving you clues all the time. And the more you live in conflict, the more you have procrastination in your life, the more you have stress in your life, the more depression you have in your life, the more you know you're not 100% aligned to your unique outer purpose. And if you're not aligned to your unique outer purpose, you will not achieve that state of inner peace, of inner love, self-love. I spoke about self-love a lot in the last video. You need to be on purpose. That is the daily activity that keeps you inspired, keeps you growing, keeps you going, that allows you to grow internally. So if what you've written down is not showing up in your life right now, why not? What is holding you back? Because once you bring that consciously to the fore, you'll know you'll know what to do and how to create, make that, how to shift your life, how to transition your life so that you do live on purpose in your outer life, allowing you the space and opportunity to unlock your inner technology, your inner love. By living your unique outward purpose, you guide yourself to self-realization, which is your primary purpose in this life, to unlock your inner technology. Now, as we go through these exercises, we will get closer and closer. And that is pretty much what my Launch Your Entrepreneurial Success program is based on. It's looking at how your outer purpose, how you can create a career out of it, how you can monetize it. Now remember, one definition I have for an entrepreneur is not necessarily somebody who has their own business or invests in businesses. An entrepreneur is anybody, all of us, that where we do things or we provide services in return for reward. And it doesn't even need to be financial reward. So even if you are a mother, a father, a grandparent, it doesn't matter. Because if you adopt the mindset of an entrepreneur, because what you're doing is providing a service in return for a reward. And again, it does not have to be a financial reward. It could be the reward is being supported. It could be anything. And the mindset of an entrepreneur makes you look at it and deal with it from a logical, planned, and clarity perspective. But we will cover that more on the next video. So I hope you did find this very beneficial, and please, at any stage that you felt it went too fast, just pause the video and go back and do it again. If you did not manage to get, when you wrote down what came to your mind as your unique purpose, that's okay. Go back and do it again. If you did not get the sort of goosebumps, that inspired moment, that's all right. Just go back and do it again. Refine it. It took me a while. It really did. It took me a while to get my purpose refined and absolutely clear. So just go back and do it again. And I congratulate you for doing this exercise. And I look forward to working with you again with the next video.
Well, welcome back. I hope you found that valuable. And if you have any questions or queries or comments, please do post them below and create discussion, create a conversation. I will respond to any queries that you have, and you'll be surprised that when you put down your thoughts that you're having, how other people will have similar thoughts and what you will resonate with other people, and how we can actually start helping each other. Now, living a life on purpose, you do live so much more energetically. And when you're vibrating congruently on all levels, subconsciously and consciously, with your connected to your heart, connected to your inner technology, and with everything that you do in your life, you vibrate so powerfully with the universe that it literally transforms your life. Life becomes more effortless. I'm not saying it's without challenge, but when you are living authentically and on purpose and inspired, you will do what it takes. You will take these challenges. You will take these challenges on. The obstacles will become not walls that are impenetrable, but walls of opportunity. And that is how life becomes. And ask yourself, would you prefer to live that way, or with blocks, with constant blocks, constant obstacles that seem insurmountable? Because that is what it feels like when you're not inspired, when you're not living congruently, when you haven't got the energy that inspiration gives you. So go back on that exercise, be very clear about what it is that your outer purpose is, and know that when you are living that purpose, it is at the same time assisting you on your inner purpose, which is to self-actualize, self-realize, transcend yourself to a higher level of being. That is your core purpose on this planet. Nothing more complicated than that. And that state is just love and compassion. And when you just see love and compassion in everything around you, you truly, truly are on the road to self-realization. Make no mistake about that. It's a journey and a fun, enjoyable, rewarding journey with challenges, with obstacles, but they are overcome. You can overcome them with grace and with ease. So next week, I will talk more about launch yourself. What is launch yourself? What is it? Launch, what does it mean? And what are the components to launching yourself? So that's what we will talk about next week. So please make sure that you tune in. If you have not signed up to the mailing list, please go to the website www.start-upsa.com. It's also listed below. Go there and sign up to the mailing list, and you'll be able to download a free book, Release Your Inner Entrepreneur. And make sure that then you get the next video to your mailbox when it's released. Until then, enjoy the journey. Remember, live with inspiration, power, and enthusiasm every day. Lots of love. Bye-bye.